Hello! Welcome back to the channel. We are finally going to do another thrift store makeover. Look at this poor little white shelf. It needs to be pizzazzed. I just get to play with my design since it's such a simple structure for once. I'm excited to get into it. How about you guys? Yeah? Let's get into it. And here's our beauty, looking tall in the woods. Trying to get all the angles here so we can see how it looks before. It's got lots of wood grain. It's got that kind of naked cake texture. Oh my god. Whoa, you're making me dizzy. Stop. Don't do that ever again. Now it's time for the paint. You notice it says gloss. Is that going to be a problem? Spoiler, it is. Don't look at my face. I'm making a real mom face right now. Get this all sprayed up. It was just soaking right into the wood. I kept having to spray it over and over again. It looks like this last coat finally made a difference. Look at that. Oh, perfect coverage. Is it? No! You can still see the wood grain because it's soaking up all the paint. Even better is this white acrylic paint that literally looks like I'm putting lotion on this box.
It puts the lotion on the box.
Sorry, it's almost October. Well, we're halfway to October, and I'm getting pretty excited about fall and Halloween and all that stuff. But back to this project. Let's put a little more lotion up here in the corners. Gotta get those elbows moisturized. Maybe all these cracks will disappear if I put all this lotion on here.
It's not lotion, it's acrylic paint. And it's gonna go on completely transparent. I'm gonna go over it about 6 times and it still won't be completely opaque.
That's a little bit better. At least you can see it. Now I've got my bright pink, and this is starting to look like one of my squishy makeovers because it's the light pink and the fluorescent pink. But it's gonna be different, don't worry. It's definitely different.
This is gonna be like an abstract kind of piece.
I'm not really sure what this form of art is called. I'm sure it has a name, but it's where you're trying to like make it pattern and random at the same time. Random patterns, let's call it. So unlike my fluorescent pink squishies, I wanted to have a little whisper of gold in here. So I blotted up this beautiful paper towel and put it on, and it kind of looks like there was baby diarrhea on this towel, and I'm just kind of wiping it off on this shelf. Not entirely sure that came out the way I wanted, but this was the one part I was really looking forward to, putting these black dots. That's all I wanted. It's all I knew for sure I wanted to do, was white blobs and black dots. I really like how the overlaying of the pattern where it doesn't stay right on top kind of gives it layers, makes it look like it has depth. And I couldn't do that for a lot of this stuff because I didn't wait. You can see it's still wet right there, so I couldn't overlay lots of colors on top of the other colors because they were still wet, and this marker is not working. And since the marker stopped working, I decided to do a bunch of stuff off camera and forget to film it. So there's blue on a lot of these sides. I'm going to put more, don't worry, but I skipped right to the yellow without filming any of the blue. Look, it came out pretty cute though, right? It's kind of cute, and it's overlaid, even though it's wet. Poscas are so good for that. They dry so quickly. You're going off the box, lady. That's another hard part with this kind of abstract painting, is making shapes that aren't actually things. Like, you don't want to make identifiable shapes because then it's not as abstract. These definitely look like flower petals, but they're just supposed to be like random shapes. This part ends up looking like I'm outlining my fingers holding this box, and I do end up holding the box right under these finger lines at one point. Finishing up with my little sausage fingies, I'm going to go back to the blue because I didn't draw any on the sides, thank goodness. So at least I'm gonna get to film this. Man, the grain on these boxes was making it really tough to draw straight lines. I kept hitting bumps and then going off the rails. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yep, right there. Gotta make those lines thicker.
When you,
So much for a coherent design. Just having to make these lines thicker and thicker every time it goes askew. Look at that top part. We'll get back to that later. This part had lots of smooth areas. It was so nice. It was so nice to just glide across. Still can't make it straight, but I'm gliding. I'm gliding. This corner had some blue already, so I'm just finishing up the corner lines down to the side. I liked that. I wish I had done more of those. There's one more over here, but there's a big old baby poop splotch in the way, so I'm just gonna have to... There we go. That's perfect. But still not straight, so they're just getting thicker and thicker. I bet you thought it was just gonna be a pink box with some pink and white on it. Nope, I'm putting all these colors. I like these colors all together. I was kind of hesitant about orange, though. I was having such a good time with the colors that were on here already. This didn't bother me, actually. The orange lines, I felt like they did a good job breaking it up. It was different from the other stuff that I'd drawn. But after this is the fatal green circles. I like these least, and I think they might have ruined the entire thing. This marker's going on so wet and transparent, and circles are obvious shapes. I think maybe that's another reason why they don't look good on here, why they don't fit, because they're obviously circles and nothing else on here is a real shape. Why did I do it? I made another mistake with green earlier before this, making like lightning zigzags, and I hated it, and I wiped it off. You can see some of the ghost of that green above the white pieces, and I'm gonna draw on top of that to try and hide it, but I think green was a bad idea. I think I messed up with the green. Yet I keep adding more, thinking if I keep drawing circles, then it's gotta look better, right? I hate this, so let's put more of it on here.
yeah!
And now that I've completely ruined it, I think it's done. There's nothing else I can do. It's usually when I stop adding things, when I add something that I hate. Let's see if it's at least better than the before. I mean, I don't know if I'd say better. It's more interesting. I put some plants in there as an example of what might go inside. It's definitely not big enough for books, maybe sculptures. It does have a little bit of an 80s vibe, but I think it looks cute. I'm happy about it. And look what else can go in there, little cute bunnies. Thanks for watching. It's time for your treat.